Hello everyone. In today's video we are going to discuss about the classification of environmental impacts. So depending upon the type of project we are working on, or depending upon the type of project that is being implemented, its impacts will be varied from one situation to the other situation. So here environmental impacts are classified into three different ways: positive, that means beneficial, or negative, adverse. So these are the other names we can say, or meaning to this. Okay, you can write this or this: temporary or permanent, reversible or irreversible. So these are three different kinds of the environmental impacts. First, let's see positive and negative impacts. So when proposed project brings any physical benefits, that means it brings any positives or any advantages. For example, setting up a company, let's take. So on setting up a company, it has negative impacts and positive impacts. If the company is settled up there, will get employment opportunities, and also while constructing that industry or company, there will be many environmental pollution scenarios, like construction. During construction phase, will we have to dig the land, and we have to construct the building, and because of that construction of the building, many different chemicals and waste related to the construction, all those will be as it is there. So that will be a disadvantage to the nearby families residing there, because this construction waste, they cannot clean it by themselves. So that is one of the disadvantage. And when we say a project is only positive or only beneficial, is afforestation, that means planting trees. Planting trees is only, will get only the positive advantage, because planting trees will not give us any negative impact. So that kind of projects are pure positive or pure beneficial projects. And negative impacts: construction, just as we discussed, construction can be any resorts, roads or airports. See, because of roads, we may reach the places near, fastly, but because of the roads, for example roads widening. So before the road was this much of wide, and here we have many buildings and many uh, other shops, so on. So whenever we are widening these roads, all these buildings and all the families and people who are residing on both sides will lose their land and will lose their residence. So that is a negative impact. We have both positive and negative impact. Okay. And now let's see temporary and permanent, long lasting. So temporary means short term, that means whenever a project is implemented or about to implement, its consequence, that means its impact will be up to only some time, only for short time. And whereas few projects will have a severe long lasting impacts. That means multi-story complex, that means a big building in a prime location, important, like very popular location, we can say. In such cases, impact will be only for short time. That means whenever that building, up to that building is constructed, will have a traffic there, will have dust and disruption of the vehicles. But once the building construction is completed, we will not have any traffic, dust and all. And for long lasting, we can say removing the water resources, like water storage areas. So because of that, what will happen, water will never get stored over there. So that's a long lasting impact. For example, you can say in a village there is a well, so all the people will take water only from that well. So whenever this village members decided to remove this well and construct a building, so what happens, all those people will not get water. They have constructed building, so from where do they get water? So that's a long lasting impact. Reversible or irreversible impacts, that means based on the severity that the project is impacting, that may be either reversible or irreversible. So the impact of noise due to construction activities is reversible. That means uh, we whatever we give is we get back. So that is reversible. And a few harm to the environment is irreversible. That means you cannot change. Once you harm to the environment, for example, once you have cut down the trees and you have started building there, that's irreversible. Again, you cannot what do you say, collapse that building, and you cannot plant trees. Even though if you plant trees there, the plants won't sustain there for longer time. So that is irreversible. That means action cannot be redone to back. And this is a small example I have taken just to make sure that what are positive and negative impacts. And this is project related to metro rail project. So if we start a metro rail project, already it has been started, and if this project is completed or this project is implemented, then what are the positive and negative impacts we have taken? So reduced travel time because of the metro stations, or I mean metro rail. Most of the time we have reduced it to travel, that means less traffic, and it is safe and comfortable. Increased accessibility, that means at workplace, though we have a lot of work, we still have the chance that we can go in a metro, and we can save our time. Decrease in congestion on roads, that is traffic. Reduce vehicles emissions, since all are choosing the metro rail projects, and number of vehicles on the roads will be reduced, so its emission also will be reduced. And increase in job opportunities because of this metro rail, and many of the people got opportunities at metro stations. And then reduction in road accidents also, because vehicles are reduced, road accidents also reduced. What are the negative impacts? So changes in the land use. Before we used to have roads in a different way. Now because of metro, roads are in the other ways. That means for those metro pillars, that land is wasted. And encroachment into natural reserves, diversion of traffic. So what happened is, whenever we started construction of this metro rail projects, if the metro rail is being constructed in one particular area, all the traffic in that area is diverted to the other. So all those things needed extra work, which is not at all feasible for everyone. And that caused water pollution and from the construction waste, and it causes noise pollution because of those heavy machines. And it causes a lot of damage to the environment as well. So those are negative impacts. So for every project we'll have positive and negative impacts, but we have to make sure that negative impacts are minimized and positive impacts are maximized. Thank you.